dropping rhymes that slay. In the golden era, where the real ones play. GCA crew, keeping it true, spitting dope lines till the break of day. Back in the day, we had the style, retro beats with that smooth vinyl dial. Flow so fresh, lyrics so tight, representing the essence, shining so bright. Golden era, where the legends reside, late and gay, taking you for a ride. GCA, bringing the classic sound, hip-hop pioneers holding the crown. Golden era, where the legends reside, late and gay, taking you for a ride. GCA, bringing the classic sound, hip-hop pioneers holding the crown.
Hello and welcome to the GCA live from Las Vegas on MoZamboni, friends. Woo! How's it going over there, guys?
Yo. We just got here, but so far so good, and we got the whole week, and things are going to get effing wild. Let's go!
Whoa, man! I'm having severe FOMO right now just hearing that from you, Yo Pops.
That's how we do it.
Dude, okay. I love to hear all of this. And, there are some unfortunate souls, me, Hayden Wayne, Nagrinal, Sevvy, and Smooth, that weren't able to make it to Vegas this year. But we're going to come live hard from our bedrooms to hang out with you guys after the show with them, after they have to go. And because, they only got a time slot of like 5.3 minutes in the studio, but we're gonna make it worthwhile. So GCA crew in Vegas, go ahead and say who's all there hanging out, ready to tear shit up. Yo Pop's already said, Yo Pop's already said it.
Yeah, so we got me, your boy, Yo Pops, holding it down. We got ABF, Alexander Finger, shout out. And we got Lady Medea over here.
Hi, y'all.
And then, of course, the lovely Jessica.
Aww,
I'm just a mod, okay?
Not just a mod, you're part of the GCA.
Exactly.
You're not mod, you're family. And we don't turn our backs on family, Jess.
It feels really weird.
Careful. Might show up
right now, and I would normally be modding that.
Man, if Vin Diesel shows up, then it's a real Vegas party.
Oh, no. Baby, let's go.
Yeah, no, we're like, man, I'm so excited for you guys to hang out over there. But we're gonna go ahead and continue on with our show here because we also got Hayden Wayne, who is gonna be a VTuber on our show tonight. How are you, Hayden Wayne?
I'm good. I just ran in from work because our show obviously is going a little bit early today. Mm-hmm. It's still my work day, so if I have to like pop out unexpectedly, you guys can, if I leave the studio, I'll come back if I need to.
No, not a problem. We understand the realness of being at a job and also trying to have a social life through the internet. So I don't blame you for one bit. Make that make sense.
Social life?
A social life on the internet.
On the internet.
I was about to say, like, in real life?
This is as good as it gets, man.
Debatable. Yeah.
Speaking of having a social life on the internet, we got Nagrinal here. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just kind of hanging out all day and doing nothing with my life. But now I'm here doing something, I guess.
Nagrinal, you sound about as
doing
defeated
nothing with your life. Come on, you do a lot of stuff with your life. What do you mean?
Yeah, normally I just thought.
I'll say this much: Nagrinal sounds about as defeated as I was when I finished the Devil May Cry Netflix show.
Oh,
I didn't even watch it,
dude. TLDR, don't bother, especially if you like the games.
Well,
if you haven't played the games, I'll say you can watch it and enjoy it for what it is. Some of it is sucky, and some of it's like, okay, this is all right.
Yeah, it's
I played all
passable.
the games, and it didn't look like something I wanted to watch, so I didn't.
Yeah, I think it really depends on how much you like the games, whether or not you enjoy the show or not.
Nagrinal didn't bother this as much as he didn't want to be very cinematic with his intro. But I know one person who can be very cinematic in their intro is Sevvy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing? I'm excited to be here. Let's go.
Yay. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for responding for such short notice when I was like, hey, do you want to be on the GCA tonight? And I'm so happy that you said yes. I was like, okay.
I'm excited.
Not like I wasn't going to have a good time hanging out with Hayden and Nagrinal post our GCA friends leaving from Vegas. But yeah, but it's still, I'm like, we need more girls here. But
Yay.
speaking who's not someone who's a girl and very much a man, we got Smooth the DJ. How are you?
That's me. Hi. I'm dying a little. I had a giant freaking headache earlier, so I'm actually glad that that's gone. I'm happy to be here. Major FOMO, of course. I would have loved to be in Vegas, but maybe next year. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's okay. Happy to be here as always.
Oh, good. Well, I'm
Nice
happy that
hat,
you're able to
too.
join us. Yeah. Way to represent the Vindicta.
I had the t-shirt on earlier, but I was like, I need to change the shirt.
No, well, I'm glad that the hat stuck because we got to represent somehow. But before we go into our show, we got Mo, who is very on brand with our Leighton Gay. So we can go how when he gets here. We don't know when he's going to get here, but let's just add him when he gets here. And then we might have another friend later on joining us who will also be on brand, being Leighton Gay. But we won't. We'll save the hate for later when that friend shows up.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Calling him out, huh?
Save the hate for when
Hey,
But I
we,
won't. Oh, go ahead.
before we move on, we do have a couple of super chats, and I'm gonna
I
pull
was
them
just
up
about.
so that Yo Pops can actually read them live.
I don't even know if I could. Can we
I
do
was
it?
gonna
I don't know how to
actually
do it.
segue. I was gonna segue that in, Hayden Wayne, but
Perfect.
thanks for catching me on that one. So Yo Pops, here we go with our first super chat.
All right, let me see if I can do this. I apologize, everybody. My throat's been messed up for the past couple of weeks, so I'll try to do this as best as I can. Isaac, with a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, Isaac, man.
It's the
How you doing,
sun's
brother?
up, the sunglasses emoji.
Oh, nice. Cool,
Oh,
cool.
and the next one.
Let's see what we got. Oh, Atomic Patriot with a 2. Here's some money. Naganol likes Isaac's feet. Ooh, boy. Stinky Isaac's feet. Yum, 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 yum.
The other
Oh
way
my god,
around.
why?
Isaac has pictures of my feet.
Look up that one.
Oh,
Well, I was just to say, I think with the the sound that Yo Pops' voice is going, I think it was him that was kind of like sucking on the feet. But
Yeah.
that's just
Oh my
assuming.
God,
That's
no.
just assuming.
No,
Yeah, no, I thought we were friends. Like,
I like-
away from the feet.
You're not defending
no.
it, so
Oh,
guilty until proven
goodness.
innocent. We have another super chat that just came in.
Let's see. Cation Corey with the 5. Leave Mo in Vegas. Cancel Mo. What's up, Cation Corey? Hope you are doing well, man.
Oh, gang sign.
We also have a certain someone in the chat who was like yelling "Shout me out." He's
We
not
got
on camera, unfortunately.
we have Hoodie D wanting to shout out. We got
yeah, because he's not there yet.
Oh, hoodie.
there yet.
I'll
so
shout at you, Hoodie. Just give me enough.
No
face to make
shut out for Hook. Just kidding.
Whoa.
He's getting inspected by
I
ICE
do.
right
He's
now.
like, shout me out. You're not even there. Where are you? Are you? Wait, I
No.
remember. Wait, you're at the
Still
airport. I
traveling.
He's on the
forgot.
plane, I think.
You know.
I think he's in a plane
I
because
think.
he made a comment
it's on-
about how he almost missed his flight.
Oh, really?
No way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he said he was like 5 minutes away from missing his flight, something like that.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Almost pulled a
Hoodie.
Yo Pops.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
That
talking-
I told you to
Yo,
stop
Pops.
casting
bro.
for you.
Happened,
Hoodie.
man.
Seriously, man. Stop
Oh,
taking those
yo, Cookie
castings to
Sue,
Jersey
shut up,
Shore.
man.
Oh god, there's my least favorite person.
Seriously, compare you, man. Leighton Isaac. Well, that checks out.
We got
Shout out,
some
Cassie.
awesome friends.
What's going on?
We have
Yo,
Change the
Yeah.
name.
our chat looks fantastic, and we got
Oh,
some
man.
Gun Ho Mac. And man, I already said I wasn't gonna say anything.
I know Mac knows. He knows. He knows what's up. He knows what's
You're
up.
not wrong.
Oh, Hoodie was at Chick-fil-A getting boneless wings. That's why.
Oh,
is that-
Ah.
so-
That's why he almost missed his flight because of chicken.
That's what he said.
Boneless
Wow.
chicken.
That's
Wow.
dedication right there.
Mhm. Okay, this is going to the
Oh,
your
hi,
pops,
Chris.
using
Hi.
the feet theme. So but it's not
Ah.
disgusting. You just got to go past the corny chip smell.
That's the best smell.
Gross.
So, and then we also got a little comeback here from Isaac. Boneless wings are gay, but they are delicious, and I don't mind
Are
enjoying.
we repeating
snacking
the
on
same
them.
debate that we had
No,
last week?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. So I said, that sounds oddly familiar.
No, we don't relive the past. We live in the future, and that future
Exactly.
is
The present.
Bone in
was it,
wings.
well. Not only that
Okay.
the future is present, but it's looking very dim, very grim, very awful. And hold on, man, I
How do
didn't.
you know?
There we go.
Bless you.
Nice.
Like, here we go. Found it. It's
She's a psychic.
Pulling a
Natalie.
bow.
Was that a segue?
It is a segue
Is it?
because the future looks very diverse, guys. I'm not super stoked about this. Wait, where did it go? Oh, here we go. It's looking very diverse.
Hey,
Doing?
I know who wrote that.
Who's
Oh.
this chick? Ready?
Who,
Hey,
who could that be?
Oh, wait
Who
till
could
I
that
get
be?
going on this subject. Oh my god.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Yep.
be
But this
Oh.
very opinionated chick has made some very solid, very solid points on this article. So it's just, I know
Okay.
that we have some very devout Harry Potter fans. I didn't grow up
Me.
watching or reading Harry Potter, so I was barely reading the books maybe a year ago, but I wasn't with the hype. But I know people like you, Jess, are very passionate about this, and I know this seems like a terrible thing
it is.
to cast this I wouldn't say this awful man, but the fact that they said that they were going to be close to book adaptation to the movie or the series,
a bunch
and yet
of
they failed it.
nonsense.
So just take the stage. It's all yours, girl.
Yeah, so as you can see, there's gonna be a black Severus Snape for the new upcoming HBO Harry Potter series. And let me explain to some of you why this is not a good thing. Well, not a good thing in the sense that it changes the total dynamic of all the characters interacting with Snape. And because like there'll be parts like where Harry will be very suspicious of Snape, and Dumbledore's like, "Oh no, we can trust him. It's fine." It's like, so how's that gonna sound when it's a black dude? And this kid is going, "Oh, I don't know about this guy," and Harry and Harry's dad and his friends when they were teasing him when they were going to Hogwarts. Oh my gosh.
They
Oh
definitely
my
do it on
gosh.
purpose though with that casting because everybody else was fine apart from that one. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be
Yeah.
that guy, but they had Nick Frost as Hagrid, which is actually a perfect casting.
Excellent casting.
Yeah,
Excellent
yeah.
casting.
Mhm.
And a lot of other actors that are partaking in the show. I mean, John Lithgow. I mean, I hope he has it in him to actually play the part till the end because he's
Yeah.
not the youngest actor anymore. But
We're gonna have
Not a bad
another,
casting
We're
either.
gonna have another Dumbledore situation, just like we did
Hey,
the first
listen,
time.
what's two Dumbledores, right? So
Yeah.
and
But no,
They're
it's just-
trying to recreate that part of the movie experience where you suddenly get to the movie and you're like, wait a minute, that's not Dumbledore.
I know.
And it lasts for about 20 minutes and then you just accept it.
they
Yeah,
could play it clever if they have to recast the Snape actor when he gets a little too much about it. Just pretend that he was a shapeshifter.
He drank polyjuice potion,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
exactly.
why.
But the
The
thing
juice
is,
poison only lasts for like an hour anyway.
yeah, it does not last that long.
Well, maybe he's
he was just
addicted to
drinking
it.
it
So
all
he's
the
just
time.
pounding him down every hour.
Although
It's like an
actually,
IV drip. It's getting like an IV drip.
Nice.
spoiler for the fourth book, Barty Crouch Jr., who's also a Death Eater, which is kind of funny that they're making a black guy a Death Eater in this book, which is pretty funny to me actually, because they're kind of
Implications.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, like I think that they are going to go full blown like the racism angle on this
Mhm.
because
Oh, yeah.
it's popular to
They
do,
will.
and I think
Yeah.
that's the
Definitely.
reason that they did it because
Yeah.
they're going to try to show that see, even the wizarding world had racism problems in the 90s. When if you
Yeah.
look at the 90s,
There was nothing.
there was
It wasn't like
there
that.
was such a low level of racism in basically every
Mhm.
aspect. It didn't start ramping up again until around 2010.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Because of a certain someone.
He who shall not be named. Uh-huh.
Voldemort.
But no, and it's also is like when J.K. Rowling let these people write that awful play that I'm not going to even talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Hermione can be black. Yeah, we can. No skin color is specified." I was like, really?
It was very specific.
It was very. I mean, there's so many times where Snape in the books is described as being bat-like, sallow-skinned, and like greasy long hair that frames his face and a large hook nose. I mean, come on, like that that's him. That's supposed to be him. And does the actor they chose
Yeah.
look like him? No, it doesn't.
You know, when I read that description, I think African American immediately.
Oh yeah,
You know?
Is
course.
sallow the thing that really
Yeah.
Yep.
brings that around? Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Then hold on. I kind of bring up a good question then. So if someone, say a black guy, does a criminal thing, gets charged for it, now when they label his description, are they now going to finally label him man with sour as milk look, long nose? Is he now going to be a white man, or what is it going to be like? Is he black or not? Is it racism? What is it?
I mean-
No. We just don't mention the color of their skin at that point.
Exactly.
Naomi.
We don't. We
Yeah.
just don't
Yeah,
mention it.
group of unidentified teens.
Oh,
That's
there you go.
that's what it'll say.
Just
Mhm.
cast Pedro Pascal. That's safe.
Oh yeah, there you go.
No.
At this
So
point,
that's-
for
that's
sure.
They
Yeah.
probably will. They probably
Yeah.
will, sadly.
And then Sevvy, I know you grew up on Harry Potter, so what's your take on this?
Well, I mean, I got to the books late, but I definitely read all the books, and I definitely love all the books because I started reading them towards the end part of when people were loving the books. I just think it's a bad idea. Because then it starts to be all about racism, which is that's not how it was portrayed in the books. If in the books it had been portrayed as racism, then that would be something different. I remember when Hermione Granger was casted.
Yeah, think about
she was
mudblood-
casted
the
as
mudblood thing.
Yeah, and she was casted as white, and there was discussion back then about she said, well, like, her hair is like a certain way, and she
frizzy.
she said that
Yeah,
she had envisioned Hermione Granger as being black, but they casted her as white, and so like they talked about that,
But
but yeah, it's
She
definitely
also
like
said that several years after the fact.
yeah,
So
she
that's
said
one of
that
those
several
things.
years. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Well, no, it was when the Cursed Child play was out, or when it was going to come out, and she's like, oh, describing Hermione like kind of vaguely, like she has a frizzy hair, brown eyes. Oh, skin color wasn't specified. We love black Hermione.
Yeah,
it's like-
she could be black.
So describing that her turning pink, like, okay, is
Right.
that just
Yeah.
goes away? Okay.
And the thing too is like there's more things that go to it into it too. So for example, you take into account her hair. So there's a lot of laws, and particularly like in my state of Minnesota, there's a law that you can't discriminate people based on their hair because African American people tend to have more curly hair, right? And their hair is very different. And not every hair salon caters to that hairstyle. So they passed a law about it a couple of years back. And and there's a big controversy too on like whether or not they should keep the hair that way that it is, or whether or not they should I forget like what it's called, like they put the stuff in their hair to make it like completely flat, right? And completely silky smooth. Right. And that's what Hermione did in the book when she was going to
it was
the
the Yule
ball.
ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
and she wanted to look
Yeah.
pretty, and she wanted to
Yeah.
fix her hair.
Yeah, and she said like she spent a lot of time making this potion to make sure that her hair was completely flat and smooth and it wasn't curly, right? And if she had been black, that would have been a big controversy, as it
Yeah.
is. So one of the things that I'm also thinking about is like, well, if Snape was black, he should have curly hair. He should probably look like a black dude.
It's the 90s.
Magic,
He should
that'd
have
be-
like one of those quarter fros. Like
Yeah,
that's-
there you
Exactly.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Exactly.
the high top cut, like Will Smith
Yeah,
used
yeah,
to have in the 90s.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fresh,
But it's-
Half-Blood Prince of Bel-Air. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
know-
there's a lot of stuff that goes into it too. I mean, like, and that's the case too. Like, if they're gonna give him a fro, which I think, like, if Snape was black, he should have a fro, and then that part of it would also come with the issues of African American people braiding their hair and then getting
yes.
alopecia because they braid their hair too tightly.
Right.
So
Oh,
it's more
really?
likely, it's more likely for African Americans to have alopecia because of how they braid their hair,
Yep.
because of the box hair. But that
That's how it
scars.
happens?
Yeah, so it
Alopecia,
scars
yeah.
I
their.
did not know that.
Yeah,
They
so
do
what
it like
happens?
in the
I
yellow
love
too.
everything about hair, so I'm always like learning things about hair. But it scars their scalp so much to the point that no hair grows anymore.
That's why they wear weaves. That's why they go to the freaking
Exactly.
the Asian store at the corner with the two Korean people that run the store, and they get
Yeah.
weaves over there. You know what I mean?
So yeah, so
You-
they do that, or they end up like putting glue on their hair because they
Gorilla
don't.
glue.
Yeah, they
Yeah, gorilla glue. Yeah, so it's like that one woman who should put gorilla
Oh.
glue on her hair and then she couldn't get it out. Right. So it's
Yeah.
like
Did you have to
there's a lot.
remind me of
I
you have to
know
remind me?
it was so
Oh,
funny though. I
yeah.
laughed so
Don't
hard.
don't
at how
freaking remind
stupid
me
she
of her,
was.
please.
They have literally like a glob of just this glue,
Yeah.
and like it just oh my
She's like,
god.
how do I get this out of my hair? And it's
They
like,
got all, like,
Oh,
hard
but
to
she
No,
was
no.
she
You
made
gonna fuck
videos
now.
crying about it. She
Yeah,
made a lot of videos
yeah.
crying about it.
Like that thing was like cemented on her head, and it was glossy too. It's like,
Yeah,
girl,
yeah.
you used more than a bottle on that one.
Yeah.
Gorilla
she
glue
did.
do gorilla
Yeah.
glue things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
you can't fix
For real.
stupid. That's the thing.
Well,
you can't
yeah.
fix
No.
That's also
Oh
true.
my
Isaac,
God, Isaac!
no.
Oh,
Isaac, no.
no.
Down.
Don't
Down,
Yeah.
Isaac.
even
Isaac, no.
Bad Isaac.
Smelled it.
Oh.
Bad Isaac.
Harambe will shame you for it.
Oh
Stop
my
it.
god.
Hey, well,
the-
Sevvy, to the point you're saying about Snape, like what are they gonna do with his hair? Simple. He's just in a do rag all the time.
There you
Yeah.
go.
What's up, my
There you go.
students?
Yeah.
Wait, so does that mean that
Red
they have drive-bys
God.
in the Wizarding World too? Is that
They
what
probably
Death
do.
Eaters are going to be doing
One
now?
by.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it on the brooms, and they're just gonna do like the
A broom by. There
Avada
you go.
Kedavra.
Mhm. They do.
Well, I don't know, because if they do cast Ron and Harry as Black as well, they do have the car.
Hey,
Boys
So
in
they
the
should
Hood.
be
yeah.
able to
Yeah.
drive-by.
They
There you
can
go.
recreate Boys in the Hood then.
It's a classic car too, so you know,
It is.
just
I can
that
see
candy
it.
painted up a little
Snape's
bit,
gonna,
you know, just a little
Snape's gonna be
pinstripe.
Furious Styles, you know.
You know?
Yeah, no,
Oh my
this just
God.
this brings so many problems to such a
Mhm.
beloved universe that I don't know how they're going to band-aid this and try
They
to make it
can't.
actually
They
work.
can't.
Yeah.
Well, you know
They
what?
can't.
I almost feel like at this point it's like J.K. Rowling doesn't care anymore.
Yeah,
Of course she
she's got
doesn't
money.
care. She's got billions of dollars. Why
She
would
just
she
wants the
care?
money.
Yeah,
just wants
she's
the money.
done. She's
She got
done.
to a point where she
I know,
was
but-
richer than the Queen of England.
I
Mhm.
I'm just saying.
Probably more
Yeah.
popular too.
I
No,
mean,
no,
yeah.
because the woke left weirdos absolutely hate her because she has
Yeah.
one opinion that differs from them.
one, just one.
Well,
Just
they
one.
Probably hate the
Just
Queen of
one.
England too. Just
But
saying. I'm just saying.
She
but-
also grew up poor. She's already set for life. But imagine what the licensing check was that they wrote to her to even be able to make this.
Yeah.
Like-
royalties and all that stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna be like, thanks, I'll take that.
But you know what?
Yeah,
you
do
know
whatever
what?
you want.
She's written a crime series, which is going to be 8 books now, and I'm waiting for the 8th one, and it's really good. But it's also a TV show, and that has not been rumored at all.
Wasn't that the one where
It's
she
called- it's
used the
called
male
CB
pen name?
Strike. Yeah,
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah,
Robert
that was a bit weird.
Galbraith. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually really good. It's a really good series, but I just think it's really ironic how she's like, "Yeah, screw Harry Potter." Even
Yeah.
though this is a series that made it popular, I'm just gonna,
Well,
I mean,
to be fair, what do you expect? How long ago did she come up with that
Yeah.
story? It's been
Yeah.
so long. All right. I mean, even
Mhm.
just the fact that
Uh,
we're even still talking about Harry Potter it's fucking amazing.
I
You
know,
know what I mean?
and the
So
theme
it's-
parks too. Look at
it's-
the theme parks,
Yeah.
man.
Harry
so
Potter is bigger than Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and then honestly, like,
No.
just like George Lucas, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like at this point, why would you care? You got your money. You're X age. Like let's say like George Lucas, he's already fucking old. And I'm not saying
She's not that
I'm
old,
not saying
though.
she's that old, but
She's
you know,
like in her
it's like
60s.
why would she even bother with like trying to keep everything true to the story? She already sold
she
everything. It's
used
like
to
she's
be-
just gonna go relax.
But
That's what I
here's-
would do.
Here's the thing that's kind of ironic too. She used to be so like, cleaning out. No, it has to be this way, and if you change anything, oh my god! And now all of a sudden it's like, whatever. I don't
Well,
care. You can.
she saw the money. She saw the zeros at the end. It was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. Who cares about
She'd rather
about
rather
morals and all
focus-
that?
She'd
Yeah.
rather focus on the whole no dudes with
Oh, yeah, that
wee-wees.
too. Yeah, that too. But I
Yeah,
mean, like,
I just looked her up, and her net worth is 1.2 billion.
Holy
And
fuck.
what is
Whoa.
George Lucas's?
Wow.
Let me look.
God.
Hold on.
Yeah.
and maybe it's like one of those things where she just like she
I didn't know
wants
she was that rich.
Harry Potter to just like die, like because that's like all she's known for. She wants to start doing
George
other
Lucas
things. She's complaining
is
about that.
4.69 billion.
Right, but that was also
Jeez.
bought
What?
by Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
also
added
very true.
Mhm.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I don't know. It is kind of sad that she's just kind of like, I mean, she's held on to it for so long. But I do remember her people being like, "Oh, maybe you can write another book set in the universe." She's like, "Nope, I'm not going to do it. Nope, I'm done." Like once she was done with the 7th book, she's like, "I'm done." Even though we're like, "Oh, we really want a Marauder series because with Harry's dad and his friends, we want to like have a story about that." No, it's not going to happen.
Now, James, tell us about the racism you pulled on Snape.
Yeah, and it's underneath a tree, and they hang
Remember
upside down.
when you hung him on a tree and called him some gamer words? You remember that?
Yeah, Snivelus is going to
gosh.
be a racial slur.
Now, Ropus Lynchius.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying. I'm not the guy that
I
put him up in a
didn't
tree.
say anything. I
I'm
was
not. I
not
put him in
me.
a tree. That's Harry Potter's dad. Go yell at Harry Potter's dad. I'm not the one that did that. Shit.
What do you mean you hung up my teacher on the tree, Dad?
Oh my god. Well,
How
Yeah, it's
incredibly
bad.
racist of you.
Okay. So, but I sent a message in the private chat, Hayden Wayne. I don't know if you saw that,
I did
but
not.
while he does that, we can go into some talking about our favorite racist people. We got some super chats.
Right. Midgard Ninja with a $5. How you doing, Midgard Ninja? Hope you're doing all right, man. Hail Smoo, hail the GCA. Hope you all have fun out there in Vegas. Thank you, Midgard. We
I hate to
will.
break it to you, Midgard Ninja. I'm home.
Yeah, Snow is
But thanks.
I really think your response to that should be, "Yes, I'm there. See if you can find me."
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I mean,
That's
maybe
what I
I
would
am
do.
in Vegas.
It's like find
Maybe I am in
Waldo.
Vegas.
Find Waldo Vegas edition.
Where's who?
Find the German.
Yeah. Next
Wait.
super chat.
Okay, let's see. Atomic Patriot with a 5. Giving Cassie a shout out by Project. Was it Project V?
Yeah, David.
The
Yeah,
7.
Dave.
Yeah, by Project 7. Good book. Also, Isaac likes steak. Well done. Or congratulations. Thank you, Time Patriot. Thank you. And another one for a Time Patriot with a 2. Is that why Snape is the professor of the dark arts?
I know
Interesting.
Smoo and I saw this one come in at the same time because I saw him start laughing and I was about to lose it too.
I should be laughing, but it's funny.
It is funny.
Let's see. Cajun Corey with the 5. Why did the sea monster eat 5 ships that were carrying potatoes? It's impossible to eat just one potato ship. Oh, that's a good one.
Okay,
Cajun
I like
Corey. That's
that
a
one.
good That's
I like
funny.
that one.
That's funny. Oh, Corn Boy with the $1.99 super sticker. What's going on, Corn Boy? And I'm assuming
Doing the
that is
thumbs
a
up.
thumbs up.
It's
Thumbs up.
thumbs up.
What's up, Corn Boy?
All right, for the sake of time, we got this last one, but we're going to keep it short because you guys have a limited time at the studio. So, real quick.
Well, let's see. Wolfblade with the Canadian 2. What is everyone's favorite Iron Maiden song? Oh shit, that's a good question. I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything on top of my head right now.
Songs, but
Number of the Beast, Run to the
yeah,
Hills,
Oh, Run to the Hills. That's a good one. Yeah.
2 Minutes to Midnight.
I
We already listened-
2 minutes to
listened
midnight and Number of the Beast are like right there for me.
They have to be. They're bangers, man.
I mean, yeah.
So, ABF. Aiden, what was your answer to my question?
Oh wait. Oh, look who it is. Hold on. Hey, did we start?
shit.
Get your ass
Oh,
over
Oh,
here.
my
There it is.
God.
All right,
Oh
here
my
we go.
god, everyone.
Boy.
I found the gay one.
Oh, did you?
Who
It's not about
decided
you.
to show up early and be on brand?
Yeah.
Not early. Who,
At least,
who
at
decided
least
to?
someone's gay for once.
Yeah.
There he is.
Of course, Smoo has to start off right away.
What?
Did you drive safe? How was your Uber driver? Did you tip well?
I will, yes.
You will.
I will.
Hi.
Hello, Mo. Oh,
Fresh
okay.
off
Good,
the
Mo.
airline, here is
So-
MoZamboni hanging out at the studio, and then Hayden Wayne. Yes.
So, Mo, we were just asked what is our favorite Iron Maiden song. We're not going to spend too long on it, but
Oh,
I think I've actually decided on mine. I'm going to go with The Trooper.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
Oh,
good
mine's
choice.
easy. Run to the Hills.
Okay.
Run to the
Yeah.
Hills is my absolute
Yeah.
favorite, and I used to be able to do it at karaoke. I don't know about now.
Karaoke time.
well,
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's the one that plays on the pinball machine, right?
I think so, but
Yeah.
it's really high pitched, and
Yeah.
I used to be able to hit those notes, but I don't know, man.
I haven't been
I
able
don't
to
know.
hit those notes since I was 7.
I think you can do it, Mo. I believe in you.
I
Not
think
just because I want to see it.
Mo, I think a swift kind of hard punch down there will get you those high notes.
Okay,
Good.
Jessica,
You
you
can sing
have one
Bee Gees
job
then.
over there. You have one job.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm old enough. I might just step on them and make that noise.
I'm here. I feel that pain. I feel that pain just by you mentioning that.
It's so much worse when he makes those jokes in person, guys.
Oh
like,
yeah.
because you have to sit in the room with him after he does it.
How about
we're not
this?
doing any.
A $50 super chat and he'll do it.
Oh,
Oh.
50 is a little bit
God.
too cheap for that.
Hold on, no, hold on. 50 for one of them.
maybe like 100.
No, me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah, if we're doing two, if we're gonna do 2 of them, might as well make it 100. So yeah, we gotta make money somehow, Mo. So might as well just pimp you out while you're in Vegas.
sure. Why not?
It's aesthetic.
I need to. I've had to pay for. I had to get so many
Holy.
tickets to get here.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you don't fly out, you don't get to fly back. That's something I didn't know. So I was
Oh, is that
having to
so?
pay for a ticket
What?
back.
Mm.
So yes, I will
Oh,
pour myself out. Not like Dermy, but I'll get.
Oh my!
I'll get close. I'll
Don't
be
do
in
that.
orbit
Oh, God.
of Dermy's planet. So.
Dermy fence.
Don't get stuck in Dermy's orbit.
I-
Yeah.
Ew.
Ugh,
Please.
Nobody wants that.
Oh, speaking of getting stuck in an orbit, we got some stupid broads that came out, but they
Lord.
went to space and they thought they were astronauts and like, oh yeah, we're professionals now. Bitch, no, you're not, because you didn't even break going out of the atmosphere.
I don't want to be that guy, but you went on a very expensive roller coaster ride, ladies.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
happened.
Oh, it was a spiritual experience. Yeah, sure.
No. Okay,
Crap.
wait. To be fair, I'm sure that if you get into the upper atmosphere and you're looking at the curve of the Earth, and then on the other side of you is the vastness of space, that's a moment that you go, oh shit. Because that's exactly what William Shatner said too, whenever he came back after a Bezos ride. So I can imagine it's a wild experience to get up
Yes,
there,
but-
being weightless, seeing the contrast there. But let's be honest, Katy Perry wasn't stuck up there for 8 months like a group of
Yeah.
astronauts from the US.
No.
I'd be okay with that. They can keep her up there for 8 months. So.
You know, like
Yeah.
Wendy.
You know,
Wendy said, what did Wendy say again? Can they
Can
take
they
her back?
send her
Oh, yeah,
can they
yeah,
send
yeah,
her back?
Whatever.
Yeah, no, Babylon B says space returns Amazon package. For the
Yeah.
first-
you know what the funniest thing is though? The funniest thing is when you see that video, right? So when you go with when you do that like that orbit thing or whatever, you're only up there in space or like you're weightless for only a couple seconds, like a couple
Really?
seconds to a minute. Yeah. And then
Wow.
you come back down. The whole time, once they get weightless, what do? They just take selfies. They're not even looking
Yeah.
out the freaking window.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not even looking out to the vastness of space, seeing the glory that's out there, the universe. No, they're fucking too busy taking pictures of
And
whatever's
see-
fucking floating inside all that bullshit. It's like,
That was-
Peak
That was the
Gnosticism.
point I was gonna make. I was gonna be like, you know what? It wasn't spiritual for them. They're so high and mighty and egotistical in their minds that they're just like, I just want to take pictures of myself. Oh my god, look at me! I'm in space, and it's like, you dumb bin.
Well, they didn't go to space. They went to the upper atmosphere.
I know, but in
Yeah.
their mind, they're like, oh, we're in space. But I was like, no, you are.
like they didn't even know how to like not enjoy it, but to like appreciate it. It's
No,
like, you know what I mean?
yes.
Like it just felt so just vapid. It just felt so like, you know, it's
Yeah.
they are the elites going up there, and to them it's just another day, like going to the beach or something. You know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
like
For them,
We
it was
got to do
Wednesday.
something nobody else gets to do,
Yep.
and now
How
watch
much
us
did
put
they
on
pay
makeup.
for it? How much did they pay for it? You think?
Probably
much.
nothing because it was
Yeah,
Bezos'
it's
girlfriend.
nothing,
Yeah,
Oh.
because they're all best
What?
friends.
I've
Oh,
seen some
God.
jokes about the Bezos' girlfriend.
Oh, I've seen some.
Dude,
Oh, is that the one that Zuckerberg was jetting out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if it was free, you know the reason why it was free because Jeff Bezos was probably expecting that ship to explode. Because I bet you it's just a whole experimental thing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's like, hey,
Well,
look,
hold
I'm
on,
just gonna give
hold
you a
on.
beach trip. We're gonna have
Allegedly.
fun, but
Yo-
really, we're testing out this rocket. You know, anything
You-
can happen.
Allegedly.
Yo, Pops, you actually you bring something like a very solid, good question, because how the hell did they not get any damage on the ship? Because like this guy made a good point and pointed out, and that was the thing too that I thought of when they came back down to Earth. Can any space nerds help me understand how the Blue Origin capsule came back down without any re-entry burns? Was this a trajectory thing or some kind of superior material used? What I've seen spaceships.
Didn't have to go back through the atmosphere.
Well,
Because it wasn't
I'll tell you why.
outside of it, right?
Yeah.
They
went
didn't go
higher.
to space and then
Yeah.
hit the atmosphere again because they
Exactly.
were already in the
Exactly.
atmosphere.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They never left the atmosphere.
Yeah, they
But
never-
to answer
Yeah,
the
so-
question, a flight on Blue Origin as of April 14th requires a deposit of $150,000, but could cost between $1
Holy
million and
schmeckles.
$1.5 million per ticket.
Oh,
Dang.
oh my god.
Just for that trip? God, can I go? Where's the Russian side? I want to go hit the Russian side. I bet you get the half off for that. I don't want fucking Jeff Bezos over here.
Yeah, that's the
Talking
Chinese. They
that
make it
much.
even cheaper.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah, but you don't
I would
want-
assume,
But you don't want to go
Because
to
the
China.
hot pot dinner,
I
too,
wouldn't
right
trust that.
after.
Hey,
I would
there you
assume that
go.
space travel's like sushi. You don't pay half price for space travel.
Well,
I
You don't pay
would-
half
Yeah.
price for sushi.
I would posit
Probably not good for you.
that
Oh,
Jeff Bezos just had Blue Origin pay for it, and they just call it marketing.
Yeah,
They get
probably.
some deduction, probably some sort of
Yep.
tax write-off or something too on it. Yeah.
And they just
I'm not
pay
gonna
for
lie.
the cost of actually sending it
Uh.
up because none of them had to buy tickets. And then
Yeah.
boom, Blue Origin gets a massive tax write-off of what, $5-6 million, maybe more.
Yeah.
Probably.
You know what? That ship they used that looks like a shrunken down version of Vegeta's home in Dragon Ball.
Oh my god.
Here, can
looks
I
like-
share my screen?
Yes, bring it up,
'Cause
Sevvy.
this is like I'm just laughing at this. I'm sure everybody has seen them already because I saw a lot of memes about this too. Just
Is
look
it-
at
is it-
them. Just look at their face.
Oh my god.
Oh, I've seen
Oh,
Horny
yeah,
Elf
wait,
meme
wait,
of this.
That
one.
is
Oh,
that's
wow.
got so many filters on it.
I know,
This
for
is
real.
Like, oh my
so
Those are lizard
bad.
people.
Yeah, they
Let's see
are.
the Photoshop
What?
over
This
here.
this is all AI generated filters. Like, look at Katy
Oh,
Perry and
so
Jeff
bad.
Bezos, Beyonce. This is
Well,
horrible.
I'm never gonna say it.
They're using all the Asian
Bezos-
girl ain't working. I'll tell you that
Oh,
much.
Look,
Oh,
Bezos'
weird.
girlfriend looks like Blair White. I'm just gonna flat out
Oh
say.
my god.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
Well, hold
Loaded.
on.
The only thing I can
Oh,
glean from this
oh.
is that on Earth, the average woman just got a little hotter.
Yep.
The average went up just a smidge.
This is just so bad. I just don't even. And then look at her face. Look at her face.
Katy Perry's doing that face that she does on every fucking album cover, every like promo fucking poster I've seen.
Now,
I've
If
seen
a
that
camera
face
gets
all
put
the
in front
time.
of her,
Well,
that's
take
what
this
That's
one.
all
It's
she
about-
does on that fucking face.
Because she has no
Wow.
personality. yo.
Yeah.
This is so
Well,
bad.
it's funny that Smooth said, like, well, not Katy Perry. Yeah,
Bezos'
that Jeff Bezos,
girlfriend.
like fiance or
Bezos.
whatever, looks like Blair White. I
yeah.
found something. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so true
Yeah,
because
White actually retweeted the picture.
yes, I know. Like, hi,
The
I'm back in
response.
space. Thank y'all for your support. Earnest by the way.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
The
Oh
replies
no.
underneath are
Okay.
gold. Honestly, the replies are gold.
Hold on, I want to see
Got a
the
sense of
replies
humor
actually.
The replies are great.
Look, Angel, I just can't believe this is
Oh.
being treated as they went up there and in 10 minutes solved all the world's problems. I don't get the hype. Because
I think there was a screenshot below, and that was like the perfect reply.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah.
is this Katy Blair White?
Honestly, for a second,
power
I
to
thought
him.
it was Blair White. I did not know that was Jeff Bezos' wife or whatever. Like, good lord, man.
I know.
I don't want to say it, but Bezos definitely had a downgrade compared to his last wife. I'm just saying.
What did she look like?
Oh,
was
she was
really old.
gorgeous.
She was way more gorgeous and less plastic than
What
that.
the
woman.
heck was she doing with Lazy Eye Man?
Well,
Didn't she
well,
get
here's
money. She made a bunch of money off of him when they got the divorce, I think, right?
well,
Oh.
it's
Yeah,
because
because
they leaked DMs or something, right?
She's like the richest woman
Yeah,
now.
he was
after that
cheating on her.
divorce.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god.
Somebody broke into his Twitter DMs at that point, and
It was on Twitter?
so it was had proof and stuff too. Yeah, he went,
Oh my god, how corny.
well,
you
the
think he'd
thing
have his own like channel?
Good.
And then just to answer your question, is like they started Amazon together basically because
right.
it was in their
Really?
basement. So they were already married.
God.
Because
So
Amazon
that's
was
what-
This girl.
Amazon
Yeah.
was originally a
Thing.
bookstore. It was supposed to be an online bookstore. That's originally what it was
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
logo says
Yep.
A
I
to Z. It
remember
was
that.
talking about
Yeah.
books. Yeah.
That's right.
I remember when it was a bookstore, but yeah, no, like that's how she's getting her income is divorce. So
Yeah,
Oh,
she's the world's richest lady after she divorced Bezos. I think she
Yeah,
became
but
the
she
world's
actually deserved it
Yeah,
if she
she did.
started it.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Another
yeah.
woman
If she
that
was
is
a part
true.
of
That
it,
is kind of
yeah,
true.
but-
That's true.
yeah, I'm gonna watch this stupid dumb video from Katy Perry because it was just so mind-numbing to watch
Oh, yeah.
this. And like the things she said is like, girl, you don't even know nothing in life.
It's high, and it is surrender to the unknown, trust, and
Trust
this
what?
whole journey is not just about going to space. It's the training, it's the team, it's the whole thing. I couldn't recommend this experience more. This is like up there with all the different tools that I've learned in my
How
life.
is such
from
a
meditation.
stupid selection of words so hard to
What
access in her
training
brain?
does she do?
She is
It's
trying
just-
so hard to talk.
It's a whole bunch of
With
nothing.
childbearing.
That was
Wrong.
LeBron James explaining a book.
Yeah, it was.
Oh
That's a whole
my
bunch of
God.
nothing.
Oh, look at her! Look at her reverence, her fake reverence. She's like,
Yeah.
yes,
Oh,
You're
yes.
so
I just,
smart, you guys.
I just went
yeah,
to
I'm
a
gonna pay
higher
that
version
much
of a
fucking money for
plane.
that. God.
Guys, you're misunderstanding. Katy Perry is
Okay.
recommending everybody take the $1.5 million trip.
Oh, yeah, let's do
Oh,
that.
okay.
Let's spend money we
Is she
don't
gonna
have.
is she gonna pay it? Is she gonna be the
Yeah, is she gonna
one
pay
footing
for
the
it?
No,
bill?
Sevvy, just stop being poor. What's the matter with you?
Exactly.
Poor.
Being poor, yeah, exactly.
Sorry,
Yo,
poor
Pops gets
guys.
it.
God, I don't know why you guys don't get it. Just stop being poor.
Yeah, stop it.
God.
I mean,
I have the
I-
perfect response for that video, by the way. I actually have it queued up.
oh dang it. So Hayden Wayne, I can't do the thing that you've requested because I have no access to it.
Oh,
Wah, 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 wah.
okay. So I guess we can't.
I can make a poll if you need me to.
I can
you
share
can.
my screen real quick.
A YouTube poll, yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. If you can make, we've got 4 entries for secret meeting.
Oh, is that
This is
I was
this is
just
the
seeing if it would
response.
change. I was just,
Oh,
This is the response I have for Katy Perry.
Are you
1,200
still talking?
followers now.
that was perfect. Perfect.
My God, Bob.
Hey, we need that as a reaction.
Yeah, well, let's save that.
damn it.
Clip it, clip it.
King of the Hill. I'll send you the clip.
Oh
sec.
my God.
I'll post it in the
Yeah.
private chat for you.
Perfect. So yeah, Nagnal, if you can make a YouTube poll, if you guys are ready, since we're at about 45 minutes in, and I know you guys have a limited time in the studio, I'm going to be presenting Secret Memer this week. We've got 4
Yay.
entries right now.
I'm kind
Of
of
course.
scared.
The one day I'm not in charge of it, it's not a straw poll.
I was building a straw
Now
poll.
I get to make a
Oh,
Maybe it's like you don't need to put anything in this way. It's okay.
So with that
Just
being
one.
said, we'll go ahead and segue into our favorite section of the show. And Hayden Wayne, the floor is yours.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm. Let me see here. Get this.
Is-
I love
Nice.
I love the posing. that
Oh,
always
wait,
do
before
when
you
you
go
post.
in, but wait, before you go in, Hayden Wayne, we got our other special guest that's joining us.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, are you guys excited? I'm excited.
Who is it?
We got
So us.
We got Joe Rosie.
Hey.
Hey.
How you
So-
doing, Joe?
Hey everybody, I heard you had to be super late to this, plus I'm Hispanic, so there's like 2 times as late. So
Represent.
Excuse.
Yay, Joe.
So
Joe,
we have
can you
our
teach
first...
the ones that work next door to my house that are keep starting early in the morning to do it later so I can sleep?
Oh, who knows? Just
Oh
saying.
my God.
sorry, they're going against their genetic code.
Yeah, because the secret is, Mo, we don't go to bed. We just go straight to work after we're done with our binge drinking.
Wow.
So-
Makes sense.
Right.
So
Right.
why quit the job when it's still there, when we can, party hard with the beers that we just smashed.
No,
But
if I just
speaking
lay
of,
out 2 Pacificos, they'll just go back to what they were doing and they won't work, is what you're saying.
I got the little bolsita too.
They'll probably take it home.
All right,
No,
sorry,
no,
go ahead.
you give them the 2 Pacificos and then they work until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's some keys
also
involved
very
in there
true.
as well.
And then coming in a hot with our first secret memer, we got this one.
Yes.
Oh,
Is that fucking
Jesus.
what?
that Hoodie and Mo?
What?
That is
What
Hoodie
did
and
And I gotta
Mo.
say, Mo makes Bella Ramsey look pretty ugly.
Oh God, what's it?
Oh,
I
look like
swear-
fucking Dan Bass.
That's what I was about to say. I
Yeah,
thought
like
that was
Dan
Dan Bass.
I
So-
feel like Bella Ramsey actually looks better as Mo. Is that a hot take?
Oh no.
A little bit hot. Your mic is pretty
I
hot.
mean,
Well, see,
you're
my
not
face
wrong.
actually fills my head as opposed to her.
Exactly.
I've been fucking on
True.
lemons for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So what should we call this
That
one?
was kind of funny.
I last of gays.
Yeah. that
Something
sounds-
Yeah, that's the case. Yeah, that
Well,
works.
that's okay. I like that. Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right, and then let me see here.
Hey, Sophie.
Sophie.
Please bear with us as Hayden Wayne gets his ducks in a row.
Yeah,
And by ducks, I mean memes.
I was
Sophie.
fighting with StreamYard there for a minute, but I think I can get it
You're not the
now.
only one, Mo.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, that's wholesome. Very wholesome.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is wholesome.
So I'm assuming, but
Yeah.
thanks, ABF. I appreciate you putting the super chat into the sphere. So
That was a super chat. That'd be the most expensive super chat.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I was gonna
That
say,
was.
ABF, how much was it? I mean, obviously you couldn't afford a trip to the Blue Origin, so you can obviously afford an ad on the sphere. How much?
Oh, there-
No, I did not pay to go on the penis rocket.
You mean to tell me you don't want to ride on a disco stick, even though that was Lady Gaga's
Disco
thing?
stick.
Oh, God.
Oh, my
Is that
God.
what we call it these days? Disco
I've
stick?
heard it
That's
called
what
that.
Lady Gaga called it.
Oh my God.
Okay, here we go.
All right, wait. Let's jump back to
Yeah,
this one.
wait.
We need a name for
Alright.
this one.
Yeah, what's the title?
Oh.
The disco
Excuse
stick.
me. Not- Oh no, it could be one of Moses balls that he's willing to smash for $50.
Mommy is literally called being blue
Also, that
balls.
makes it worse.
He's the one that said that.
No.
Most balls. There you go.
Blue ball. There you
Okay.
go.
Well, actually, it's one ball.
Mo balls.
Blue
Mo
ball.
balls.
Mo balls.
Time
Mo
to
ball.
go.
Mo
Mo
ball.
ball.
It's only
Mo
one
ball.
ball. There's only
Yeah.
one
Mo
ball.
All right,
ball.
I like it.
Whatever.
All right,
I
then
like
we got. You don't have to stop sharing it because
Oh,
I've just got the window open.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
jeez, man.
Oh my God.
Oh.
My God. What is that?
You met the disservice with that haircut, by the
Oh,
way.
no.
Somehow your pop's like more Asian.
Yeah, I know.
Guys, I got ethnicity casted.
He really does look
Yeah.
like
You got
Oh,
sniped.
no.
Nomi got sniped.
Yeah.
I got.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Care
See,
about
Hey,
whatever.
I'm George Clooney for once. That's
God.
nice.
All right, what do we want to call this one?
No,
Magda.
that is awful.
Ocean's GCA.
Oh no.
Ocean 69.
Magda looks like a lunch lady.
Megan looks fairly normal
Is
as
that
Matt
what it is?
Damon.
I look
Oh.
lesbian.
You know what? I look like
You look
Jeremy without
lesbian
it.
too.
That haircut, though. Jesus
I look
Christ.
like Jeremy
That's so
without
bad.
his hat on.
You do. Oh my God.
It
You
looks
did me
so
dirty, whoever
bad.
did
Yeah, that's definitely a
They did me
cursed image.
dirty.
I'm with Isaac. That's a cursed image.
It is.
Yeah.
The whole thing is cursed.
It
Yeah.
is so bad.
I don't know.
Oh.
Ocean's something.
Oh.
Ocean's.
Ocean's
Uh,
something.
That was-
something.
I still think Ocean 69 is the best one.
Ocean
Yeah, there you
69.
go.
Yeah,
I
Ocean's
mean-
69.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm with you
That's
on that
good.
one.
All right, and then we've got.
Oh God.
Was that
Fucking
it?
I broke it.
Oh my God.
Oh
Who-
no!
That's fucked up.
See, this is what you get for being on camera again.
Oh
for
no!
Oh, yeah, it must be you, Jess.
Is that?
That's
It's a-
That
Jess.
is you.
It's a
That is
Karen.
Jess.
did that?
That's
Who the fuck
insulting.
did that?
That's,
Who
that's,
the
that's
fuck
actually
did
quite
that?
insulting.
You'll have to wait and find out.
I'm gonna murder them in
Karen
Minecraft.
Jess.
I have a good idea.
You
I have a
I'm
I
gonna
have a hunch
murder
who
them
that
in
was.
Minecraft.
I have a guess.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hunch
All right.
who that was, but I'm
What
not
do we
gonna say
want
Oh.
to call it?
it.
Just
GCA
Aaron. Just
manager.
Karen.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Mostly peaceful Jess.
Peaceful Jeff Cole.
Jesse Karen.
Hold on.
Yeah, there
Instead
you
of
go.
Jessica Rabbit, we got Jessica Karen.
Oh God.
I kind of like
Oh,
Jessica Karen.
No.
Jesse Karen.
Oh,
Jesse Karen.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sounds
Okay,
good.
there you go. That's
Play on
it.
words, considering that Jessica spells herself with a K. You know,
Oh
Jessica
God.
Yeah.
What is it
Jessica
called?
Karen. Jessica Karen.
Oh,
Jessica Karen Lynn Storm.
oh, good God.
How about Jessica
I think you butcher
Shitstorm?
that name.
I'm just
Lynn Storm. Okay.
All right,
Oh my
those.
God.
So those are the 4 that we have for tonight. So we're
Oh,
gonna. I
God.
think Nagano has been building up the YouTube poll.
Yeah, it's ready to
Build
go.
it up.
Once
Build
it's
it up,
up,
Nagano.
we'll
Make
cycle
sure you
through
put it
them
on a
again.
short timer.
Oh fuck! I didn't
Yeah.
change the timer.
Well,
Wonder
first, my awful
Hurry
meme
up and
account
vote.
this morning said I like Mexican candy, and I was like, "Fuck you, you're banned." Fuck up.
You know, I don't know what
Right.
you guys have against Mexican candy. I love
It's
Mexican
just
candy.
Well,
It's the
disgusting.
best fucking candy.
I felt bad.
What's
It's
wrong
you
with
guys
you?
are-
So I gave
Yeah,
Jessica
first.
one in Orlando.
Yeah, and you tried
And
to kill me.
no,
I'm kidding.
no, but it was like vomit. It was instead of like Tootsie Center or like
That's what I
Blow Pop,
thought.
it was vomit.
Yeah.
So I had one and I was like, oh man, this is really good. It's watermelon and just burst open with like chili powder. And
Yeah, that's
I
the
tried.
best.
So we're in the crowd and I'm running through the crowd. I'm like,
Oh
oh
my
my god,
And I'm like,
guys,
I spit it out already. There's
Testicles,
shit here
folks.
already.
It's
guys
too
are
late.
whack.
I was too late.
Dude, Mexican candy is the best. Dude, I got a whole
I know,
bunch in my
it's a-
truck.
Yeah.
right now.
That's a
So
blowout.
I
Jessica's
forgive you,
racist towards my
Mike.
own
I
candy. It's
forgive you.
okay.
I forgave you like the second I spit it out. It's fine.
I don't even know why I hang out with these guys. I don't even know.
I don't know either.
Listen,
Don't
I take the
Yours right
same
there.
approach as Ryan Kennel when it comes to Mexican candy. And if I
Yeah.
was a child that was born in Mexico and had a dirt floor, I would probably have loved it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's how I grew
right.
up. What are you talking about?
Oh no, me, oh God.
All right, guys. So this one is last of the gays.
Oh God.
Then we got
All right, 1 minute. has
Mo
passed,
Balls. We got Ocean 69.
Oh God.
And we got Jessica Shitstorm.
That was the worst. I'm gonna
even
forget
worse.
whoever you are who made that. Guess what? You're on my shit list.
All right, I'll cycle through them one more time real quick. You guys get your votes in. And
Oh God.
then we'll
Justice list.
call it.
And then while we are getting our votes in, we'll go ahead and take this moment to catch up on the little few super chats that we got here. So, yo, Pops, coming at you.
Thank you.
What do we got here? Oh, Weasel, what's going on, brother? Weasel with the 2. What happens in Vegas makes Mo and ABF gayer.
Why did I expect Weasel to write that? Why?
Oh, you're just helping
Oh,
make
that's
it
funny.
very gay.
What else we got here? Oh, John
John
Ambler.
Ambler.
Hey, John Ambler became a GCA member. Thank you, John.
Shout out,
Ambler.
John.
John?
Shut up.
Hope you're doing well.
And also,
What else we got? Oh,
Hey.
John Ambler again.
Hey,
Did I
With the
get one?
5
Probably
GCA
not.
membership.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, John.
congrats to all the ones who got a membership.
All right,
I
now
know why
are you ready to
didn't
end
because
that
I
poll?
never do.
Yeah, sure.
You'll have to just put a time cap on the poll.
Or you just end it.
Just call it.
There you go.
Just click
There you
and
Okay.
Oh,
Let me
geez,
guess.
it was not even
Oh,
close.
Not at all surprised by that. Not at
Yeah.
all.
Wow.
Here we
Let
go,
me
guys.
guess. Let me
The
guess.
winner.
Oh,
Yay!
I'm
Wow.
gonna.
You're a winner,
gonna-
Jess.
Right.
Yeah. And then number 2.
You're a winner, Jess.
Okay, who the fuck?
Oh,
would
wait.
do
Okay.
that?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, wait,
Who do I?
yeah,
Who,
one.
who do I
So-
Who needs
murder?
to-
in-
who needs to hire private
Ooh,
security?
that-
Who do
that
I murder
was-
in Minecraft?
That was Freddie Rodolfo.
Oh, wow.
What?
Hey.
Oh,
Was
That
it-
was
was it-
Freddie
Freddie
Rodolfo.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
shortly
Guess what?
so.
You're gonna get it.
And then we've got Last of the Gays. And
Oh,
this one,
Jessica
God.
Spice.
Oh, good lord.
this one was Phantom.
Oh no.
So this is what Jess gets for
wow.
actually reappearing on the podcast.
That's actually showing some.
That's
restraint
what I
for
get.
Phantom.
This is my curse.
Phantom usually goes in hard. I thought he did the winner, but all right.
Yeah, and then we got Ocean 69, and that one was Nerd Slap.
Thank you.
Rest
Nerd
of
Slap,
you
for
put
making
way
me
too much
clear.
time into that one.
Good try, man.
Way
Are
too
you feeling
much.
okay? Are you feeling okay, Nerd Slap? Are you?
I feel like he was awfully nice putting me on Brad Pitt.
I
Yeah,
I
I
don't know why he puts on those.
Mo
He
got
put the two olds on the best looking
Josh
guys.
yeah.
All right, and then finally we have Mo Balls, and that one came to us from Isaac.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Isaac!
That's
Wow,
the
he made,
present for Isaac.
look at
Isaac was
Maybe
actually
one
nice
day.
this time.
Yeah.
Oh, he was
Yeah,
being
he makes
really
it
Yeah,
really
he's like,
terrible.
he's like, I'm
He
being
was
nice
trying
to
be
you, and I
nice.
don't win.
Kinda-
Well, that's going to change next.
Yeah,
time.
that's what you get, Isaac.
Oh God!
Now
Yeah.
you learn.
Hey,
How do you
we're
learn?
the ones that, everyone else voted, not us. Why you got to get mad at us for? You know what I mean? Like, we didn't vote. I would have voted for it. I should,
All right, so that everyone was Secret Memers. Great job, guys. Great job on the memes.
Yay.
Yeah, thank you.
And how much time do we have left for you guys to still hang out in the studio? Just making sure.
Like
30?
like 25 minutes.
Yeah,
25 minutes.
25 minutes. Okay, then we can go into our next topic here because everybody has TDS. Not everybody, but there are some people, and they just don't know how to deal with themselves, especially making dumb statements like this. The director of Home Alone 2 says he wished he'd taken out the little cameo of him being in Home Alone 2. So
Well,
why?
Netflix already took care of that for you.
Yeah.
Did it really?
So, yep. They,
Really?
Yeah, they took it down like a while
Yeah.
ago. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
And also, this is the same
people-
director that did Harry Potter. Just
Yeah,
saying.
the first two, which were the best ones, 4 through 8, fucking suck.
Wow.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
but they fucking suck.
Mr. President.
I
got cut
am
out
a
of the
I am a
movie.
book supremacist.
Yeah.
That's awfully rich coming from a guy who shares the same name that took over, basically led to the
Yeah,
taking over the
Mhm.
indigenous people.
yeah,
Yep.
Bigot, change your name.
yeah. But
Seriously.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Love this.
What's your
Maybe
problem?
he's the reincarnated version of that guy. Who knows?
Steven Spielberg regretted taking the guns out of ET 10 years later, and I
Oh,
feel
he
like
did.
this would be something that he would regret doing
I think
over
so.
a long period
Dude,
of time too.
South Park did a whole episode about that of Indiana Jones and
Oh, yeah, yeah.
E.T. and then Indiana Jones getting raped by raped by Spielberg and Lucas, and yeah, it's funny as hell. But
Or
they did
the-
a thing where it's like
My God.
instead of guns, they had walkie talkies, and it just
Oh,
looks so.
so
it was,
lame.
I know it's like a lampoon on it, but it's so.
Yeah, and then George Lucas replaces everything in Star Wars, the original trilogy, with Ewoks,
oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
which is where
sorry,
we're getting.
But the Ewoks are not that great. Come on.
They were cool when I was like 4.
Maybe.
Remember when they
but, like,
shoehorned Hayden Christensen back into the OT digitally?
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the way they did it as well was horrendous.
If I was Obi-Wan and Yoda, I'd be like, why does he get to be young again? Why am I this old fart for the rest of
What the heck?
of my force ghosting days?
But no, why didn't they just leave it how it had been originally?
Why not?
Why not?
Well,
Yeah, well, that's
They
the
just
million
should've
dollar
left
question,
it.
isn't it? I guess.
Well, I think the answer to this is this person has TDS and they can't sleep at night.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Jesus,
so.
John.
that scene for that 1 second. Like
Wow.
one
That's like
second.
saying
Yeah.
gay, but with more words.
But you know what?
So-
It's too bad for them because a lot of people probably still have like their VHS copies of this. So
Yeah.
too bad.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
surprised they didn't add Liam
it's there.
Neeson to that scene.
Oh my.
it's indicative of what the culture is today, though, and where Hollywood and those people actually think that the culture
Yeah.
is, because
Mhm.
we're here talking about it, and some of us may or may not be fans of Trump. And me personally, there's things that I don't like about him and that he does. However, I'm not going to cut him out of media from the 90s when he was
Yeah.
the biggest celebrity in the world. He was
People loved
known.
him in the 80s. Like he was a big
Yep.
thing in the 80s. Like people freaking loved him.
Still loved them up to the 90s and
I
2000s.
was going to say, you can still watch O.J. Simpson in the
Yep.
Naked Gun series.
Oh yeah.
So
Mhm.
we're leaving, somebody who
Oh.
didn't kill or
I think-
allegedly didn't kill anybody.
Well, no, that's the argument though, right?
Never
Is
found
like he was huge in black culture itself.
Oh yeah.
There were songs that mentioned Donald Trump and wanting to be like him, and now you've got some, director coming out and going, "No, I should have taken him out," and fucking crying about it. It's ridiculous.
And sitting there thinking that he's gonna get kicked out of the country just because, oh, I don't want him in the scene. Nobody's gonna kick you out, you dummy.
We're not gonna
My
cry.
God.
Well, maybe we
But
should.
nobody's gonna cry if you're
Maybe we
just
should
gonna
kick him
leave
out.
of your own.
If I recall correctly, they actually asked Macaulay Culkin how he felt about that cameo, and he was like, "I don't give a shit. I was a kid."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, Donald Trump was the biggest celebrity in the world at
Yeah,
that time.
exactly.
That's why that cameo is in there, because everyone knew who he was. Everyone loved him.
Also, as a former New Yorker, he was iconic, one of the iconic New Yorkers. So when I remember watching that, it was like the best hits of New York. That includes Donald Trump.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like a
That's the
Anonymous to New York.
slice, like a slice pizza. It's New York as it gets. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
fuck
What's
outta
what's the name of that toy store that was also in the movie?
FAO Shorts.
Fail short.
Oh.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. That's like
That's-
everybody knows what that is except for me.
It was so
Obviously,
cool back in the
I
day.
grew up
Now
in
it's-
rural Texas. Like I can't remember the name of it, but that would be the same thing. Is like if that store closed down, oh, you take it out because nobody knows what that store is now. It's essentially the same thing because despite the controversy around Donald Trump, you don't go back and edit media.
No.
Like that's one of the reasons that I have a copy of Brave New World from
Ooh.
1978.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Wow.
it's a really nice leather bound copy. It's illustrated.
Oh, you even got a
by-
leather bound one? Wow.
Yeah, and the reason that I
fancy.
bought it was a very expensive book. The reason that
Yeah.
I bought it is because they've gone back in and they've changed some of what happens in the book.
Well, of course,
Mhm.
because in different
Yeah,
editions,
that's-
editors and everything will go in and
Yep.
they'll obviously edit things that if there's any mistakes, they'll change. But yeah, they can go back and change things.
Yeah.
easily.
And one of the problems that we've started seeing is that they're going back in and they're editing out things that they are finding in this day socially.
we don't like this. We're gonna get
Yep.
rid of it.
They take it
Whatever.
out of the
Yeah.
book. They're taking it out of movies. So that's why physical
Mhm.
media is king. And I am a collector
Exactly.
of books.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Were you going to
So
say
I'm
something, Sevvy?
looking, I'm looking
yeah.
into it. Yep. And so apparently this came up in December of 2019 when when it was aired in CBC with the deleted scene. And the
Ooh.
response from CBC, so I don't know if this is true or not, but this is the response. The response from them is that when they acquired the rights to the film, so they bought the film after it was already made. When the CBC acquired it, they said that they did several edits for time, and these edits were done in 2014. So that's what they said. Whether or not that's true or not, who knows? Because we all know,
call BS
because
on that.
we all
Yep.
know the media lies.
Yeah.
That's a fact. They will always try to twist and try to gain support and just
Yeah.
sell something to us because that's what they're doing. They're always trying to sell something to us, because we're
Yeah.
consumers.
Yeah.
So that I was just looking. I was like trying to figure out like why they would do it. So that's what I found. That they said.
Yeah,
Stupidity.
and UK
That's what it
Gamer
is.
points out, yes, Donald Trump was a Democrat celebrity.
Mhm.
That's
He's
right.
been-
He was.
Yep.
He's been a
Exactly.
Democrat
And he
his
donated
entire
to a
life.
lot of them.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
He
he
donated
went
to
to
a
the Clintons'
ton of
wedding.
them. Yes.
Yep.
He did.
He did.
Correct.
Yep, and there's still a little bit of Democrat floating in there. I mean, he's
Little bit,
he's mostly conservative, but there is stuff. Not to get into politics, but it's just like, who cares? Like, I hate when
Right.
art is altered in any way.
Mhm.
I
too.
didn't like the special editions. It was fun to go see them. I don't like when they tune stuff up, even if it benefits one scene but it hurts another. You'll never stop.
Mhm.
You can't stop doing it, and it stinks. Like, one of my favorite movies of all time, which hasn't been touched yet, is A Clockwork Orange.
They better not touch
No,
that.
it is brutal, but it is high art. It is one of the best shot movies I've
Yeah, I
ever
agree.
seen in my life.
How
love
could
it.
they touch that? Like,
They would edit out like half the movie.
Yeah, it would be like
Yeah.
it wouldn't even be the movie anymore. It wouldn't. It would just be like, what is
like, oh, what happened? They were
would cut out,
walking
like-
along, and then and the next scene it's like the end. It's like the
Yeah,
end.
it would be like the beginning scene, and then
Yeah.
food, all right, and then the end.
No,
Yeah.
you're forgetting the part where they drink milk.
That's what I mean.
That would
Again.
still be in there.
Well,
yeah,
well
yeah,
drinking
that'd
milk
be
is
good,
also
that'd be good,
racist, Hayden.
No, actually, we have to remember that vegan is the
the tables.
future. So
I forgot about the
dairy would
tables.
be kicked
Oh.
out.
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah, you're right.
You're
Yeah,
right.
they replace it with like almond
Soy
or
milk.
something.
Yeah.
Fake milk.
But to be
Fake
fair, that
milk,
was
yeah.
drugs. It wasn't really milk.
Well, no, that was actually milk on stage, and it curdled for like 3 hours.
When we bringing up this article with the taking Trump out of Home Alone, or like the director having second regrets, I remember that was some British broadcaster, I think it was ITV at the time, was showing, I think it was Spider-Man 2, when he's in the wrestling ring talking to Bonesaw, and he's saying that legendary line like, "That's a cute outfit. Did your husband give that to you?" Right?
Oh, the first one, yeah.
They actually cut out that scene.
Really?
TV broadcast because it
Wow.
was
So
offensive.
stupid.
It was a
Yeah, because of a certain demographic who
Oh,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna mention
okay.
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make
God.
YouTube.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
Wow.
it's freaking stupid.
Ah.
We can't have humor in today's society anymore,
Yeah,
guys.
imagine having
No. They're
Mhm.
not very.
show the average Twitter user a clip of Chappelle's show. They're freaking.
They would melt into a puddle.
Well, you always have to remember, Smooth, though, that the average Twitter is not representative of the actual society. It's
Right.
like the most minor voices actually are the loudest on Twitter. And giving the impression that that's the majority of the popular opinion. But if you look at new polls show that Gen Z 18 to 29-year-olds are actually leaning more Republican than ever. They're 53% leaning Republican at this, which is shocking.
Yep.
That is not how Twitter looks.
So I called Ludwig a retard on Twitter last night, and you would not believe how much my replies started blowing up with people trying to like come back at me. And I got ratioed by a bunch of people, but it's like, I'm not somebody with over 1 million followers. I just called him a retard.
So just to go back to what
I
Joe
saw that
Rosie
tweet,
said,
and it was retarded.
to go back to what Joe Rosie said, that's because they use an antiquated form of gauging an audience. They're trying to, the prevailing opinion before the internet or the early days of the internet was that you would say, okay, the voices that we're hearing, the mail that we're getting, the bulletin boards that they're posting to and stuff like that, that must be indicative of a larger population. What they don't understand is, like Joe Rosie said, that's them.
Yeah.
Aside from a few that didn't pay their internet bill, or they got kicked out of the basement because they didn't feed the cat or whatever, But that's once that old crew of marketing people go away and they retire, and you get people that are more of our age, like in their 40s or 30s or 20s, they're going to understand that no, that's just a bunch of losers online trying to be loud. They're going to understand that what used to work before doesn't work anymore, and we're still in that crossover phase, which is why we get this dumb crap.
Yeah, because what those people did was they were the first ones to monopolize on the new strategy of, send emails and say something. And because we the people that are more on our side of things, like, and I'm speaking just generally speaking, right? We were still not, like, we were some of the last adopters of getting on Twitter, and it's because we were being shut out. We weren't able to say things, whereas they were. We were being silenced while they were able to speak, and it led the culture in that direction because that was the thing that people started paying attention to. Now, whenever people go out and they go to casting calls to be parts of movies and stuff, they ask, how many Instagram followers do you have? How many Twitter followers do you have? Like, those are things that they focus on, and that's one of the reasons that Zendaya gets cast in everything. Because everybody goes and follows her on Instagram and on X. And so she has a higher social value is how they view it, but it's not a real social value because there's no value in it because it costs you nothing to hit follow. It does cost you something to watch a movie that's produced or buy a game that's produced. So they go after these mobs that have they target them and say, okay, this group of people wants this thing. We think this is the big thing because they're the loudest. But really, that's where we get the term the vocal minority.
Yep. And the silent majority is not so silent anymore. Which is why a lot of us got to this point. I never thought I'd be sitting in the studio with you guys.
I know.
Unfortunately, I've been on a plane for 7 minutes, so much like that Clockwork Orange.
7 minutes. Huh?
7 minutes.
Huh? 7 minutes. Yes, I was on the fastest plane. It was the best. I wish it was 7 minutes, 7 hours. So I'm like, the reason I'm like this is if I go like, hey, everybody's gonna run out of the room. So I need to clean up a little bit. So of course my camera goes.
That was funny. I was like, you said you're gonna clean up a little bit. The camera died. It's like, okay, well, it looks like the camera is making a statement.
Made it so hard.
Smelled it.
Well,
Apparently
it's
I'm the
Mo's.
death huh?
It's Mo's face that made the statement that broke the camera.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
Dang, no me.
No, you didn't.
Oh no,
No, you didn't.
Are you trying to give me sass? Is there undercover pressure that you're not
I'll
telling
give
me,
you
Mo?
some sass, girl.
Oh my god.
You better watch yourself before you wreck yourself.
Hey.
I'm pimping you out. We need to get this money somehow. You need to recover.
Where's
from
the money?
this.
I'm ready to sing.
Yeah,
kinda.
come on. No, I don't want to.
No, we're ready to. We're ready to see you step on something. So we're just been waiting.
No. Brush videos. What's wrong with
you?
That's
But
what
I know
secret
that
know
you
me.
guys.
I'm always
were-
stepping on it.
Ew. Does that hurt?
God.
You get used to it.
Without calluses.
Yeah. I got it.
Oh my god. Did he say that's not the worst? Like you already tried it out? Oh my god, no. Why?
I think you came up with the idea, girl. Shit.
Yeah, no, me, you kind of started this whole thing, girl.
I go with a joke and he went with it, so that's up to him.
My apologies. The stream is going far too intelligent for far too long. I had to bring it down.
Yeah, there you go.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Chad.
But I wanted to say before we go any further, because I know you guys got to head out pretty soon, we do have a birthday, and it is the UK Gamer. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Happy birthday, man.
UK Gamer's been a great supporter.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
And I
Shout
know
out.
his time to watch these shows is not easy for him to get on. So we really appreciate the effort for you tuning in and watching everything that we do. So
yeah, dude,
But
UK
super-
Gamer is
super late
everywhere.
for us. Super late.
Yeah.
So in honor of your birthday, I'm going to lose $100 on the blackjack table tonight.
Don't do it. I don't recommend.
That's a good investment.
I kind of want to see that. I actually do want to see that, Mo. Can someone live stream that when he
Can we live
loses
stream
all
in the
that?
casino?
Make it
Should we do that?
show us.
We'll get
Also lose $100
demonetized
fast.
immediately.
No, you'll also
well,
get
one-
arrested because you can't film in a casino.
Yeah,
Oh, you can't?
You
That's
can't
true.
film in a casino. You
Oh,
can't film at tables.
Just be,
Really?
just be outside
Oh,
within
that's right.
earshot,
That's
and you'll just hear me
stupid.
cursing at the
Oh
dealer.
no.
I literally had a dealer that used to be a hockey player. He's like, sir, stop. Because he kept hitting me with 5-card 21s, and I'm like, stop. And with another word, with a bunch of
He's
curse
already
words.
dead.
Well, did you win or did you lose?
No, of course I didn't. I ate. Well, anyways, I ate.
Oh,
Let's put it that
okay,
way,
you
yeah.
ate. You ate what? You ate what?
No,
Was it to see what it tastes like?
Okay.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you tuning in.
Bye.
Thank you.
So, so on this show, we discovered that Mo's a freak. He likes to step on his own balls, and he
Oh
likes
my.
to taste the stuff that no one wants to taste.
Okay.
I hope Jay isn't watching. Oh,
He probably
You
is.
never know.
You never know.
Don't worry,
But,
Mo. I will let him know.
Yep.
I will clip this and let him know.
I think we're safe after the what was it, the FMK clip that we put
Oh
out.
my
like,
God.
Oh.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah.
If I'm still allowed on the Monday Hangover, I'm good.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
you know, I mean,
That's fair.
Did he bring it up on the show or anything?
No.
Or,
I'm gonna bring it up to him like, hey,
it's like, well, we gotta talk. We gotta talk, man. Like, bro.
hey man, I don't really like that. I asked him if he liked it. He went, no.
No.
And then, but I'm gonna use this segue again. So, yo, pops, get ready because I got some stuff to show you, and that is John Ambler.
Ambler with the 5 GCA membership. Let's go. Thank you, John
Another
Ambler.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
Another 5.
He's generous.
Another one.
10. Totally.
Another one.
Thank you, John
Crazy, crazy
Ambler.
guy.
Thank you.
John Ambler. Oh, I should talk like that, huh? D&D Designs, $5 for the peeps in the back. Disney is the devil. Enjoy Vegas ABF and Mo. Hail the panel and chat. You the man, Nagranal. Hail the rebellion.
Hey.
Thank
Rebellion.
you.
Much
Appreciate it.
D&D Designs, man. He makes awesome shirts.
Okay, so good question
I'll
is,
put a link here somewhere.
does the 10 membership count towards the singing?
Well, it'll
Theory,
definitely
right?
clear out the chat. That's for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody will leave.
You want to alienate the chat? That's how you do it.
Run to the hills. Like right
Chat.
now, my voice is still like fried from Monday.
Oh.
But
Excuses.
Yep.
it's just
From
gonna be so
sucking on
bad.
that disco.
So bad. I haven't done it for like 10 years.
Just get it over with.
Oh, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Take it easy,
It's a
guys.
little easier when I'm in my
Jess is
room.
already
on my
over
own
it.
pain.
She's
It's
like,
another
"Oh,
thing
fuck
when I
this."
got 4 other people right here looking at me.
Hold on. Wait, we need a super
Talking
chat.
about
Send us
Lassie,
a super
fucking,
chat of what
I'm
song.
gonna be over with.
Send us
Make
a
him
super
sing
chat of
Bon
what song
Jovi.
you want to hear Joe or Mo sing. $5, maybe $2.
I wanna hear
$1.
Joe
a
sing.
dollar.
Not Joe.
and Mo.
Joe's
Oh,
not
I mean,
singing.
Mo.
Mo is singing.
No one wants to hear me
Mo
sing.
is singing.
I want to
Good
hear
idea.
Joe
Good
sing.
idea, Nomi.
I had to sing on Monday.
Hypnotic and shit?
Yeah, I mean, I did the I did for
Oh, yeah.
fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
Hypnotic.
I don't want
Oh,
to
I
turn
was
out
gonna
pretty
say,
well.
it was the
I can do
Kingdom
real
of
low.
Blood.
Well, I don't know. Like, what? Okay, we'll do "Run to the Hills," man. I really.
Oh my
I
God.
need a shot.
Oh.
Just like do the chorus or some shit. You know, don't
We got
Tiptoe
this
through
one.
the
That'd be
tulips.
complicated.
What's that?
Tiptoe through the tulips, for the garden
God.
where I'll be.
Wait, no. Oh, wait. Dang it. Whoops.
Oh no!
You almost killed the feet. Almost.
I can't do it anymore.
You need to do it again.
Jesus
I would totally
Christ.
do it. Just my voice all-
Oh yeah, I need water and a little,
Yeah, a little
more liquor.
alcohol,
Yeah, a little alcohol to
little
loosen up the.
Oh no!
little shot and bumpskis.
Well,
Oh my god, that was so bad.
That was, he just did that for $2. That man is a
Somebody's
whore.
gonna cook
we
that
had
out.
we had 10 gifted memberships. I
Isaac's
appreciate it.
already on it.
Oh my god,
All
somebody
right.
created an account called Sevvy's dad. And they said, which is
Oh.
worse? Most singing or Sevvy's cooking?
Oh,
This is a comment that Sevvy's dad made earlier.
That's a tough one, though.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Oh, that's funny.
No, most singing.
I don't
Girl,
know.
Sevvy, I
Never
need
had
to
your
teach you
cooking,
how to
though.
cook, girl.
I know.
My singing doesn't cause a kitchen to burn
Nomi
down.
was going
My
to
singing
teach
hasn't
me.
burnt a teacup.
Okay,
next
good.
kettle.
Okay,
Hasn't
I'll
melted
teach
a
you how to bake.
How the hell do you burn a tea kettle?
I don't know, but Debbie figured it out.
And I basically put it on the stove and I walked away for a really long time because I was
Wait.
watching a
Oh.
hockey game.
Why did
Oh,
you put a teacup
no.
on
That's
the
a good
stove?
excuse.
No, a
Would
tea
warm up
kettle.
the
A tea
Oh,
kettle.
a kettle. Okay.
Yeah, a kettle.
And
And
was
it
that
was-
kettle
and
filled
it
with
was like-
gasoline or what?
No, it was like a really fancy Williams Sonoma kettle. It was
Oh.
green. It was like it was just really, really cute. And I put it there and
You have a
it-
gas stove?
no,
What
it was
was
not a gas stove. It
Oh
was just
my god, that
yeah.
almost makes it.
yeah. So then I left it there, and then when I came back to the kitchen, I think it's like for something else. I saw that paint had melted, and because it had melted, it got between the tea kettle and the stove. So like I immediately like turned it off, and then I tried to pull the tea kettle off. And then the stove thing came off with it, and I was like, "Okay, I guess I'm not touching this anymore."
Oh my god.
And guys, that was literally boiling water. I just want to point that out again.
That's why I'm asking questions. I'm like wondering, like,
So-
what?
So go
That
back to
answers
the
the question.
question.
What's worse?
And the
Okay,
answer is-
we're still alive after my singing. I know a lot of people don't want to be,
I mean,
but you're still here.
She's Stevie's still alive, so it kind of
Exactly.
she's still alive too, you know. So technically, you know.
We only lost 8 people to additional singing, so we're fine.
No.
Oh.
We're fine.
So, are we? Yep.
Oh, hello.
So, all right.
Make a poll. Make a poll. Make a poll. Have chat
Oh, I-
outside.
So we're pretty much gotta end it now, don't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay, then, there you go.
all right, we'll go around the panel real quick, super quick. I'd like to thank Salty Nerd Studios and their undisclosed location for allowing us to stream in their studio. It's so awesome. I don't know how I got the little stand, but I appreciate it all the same. But love streaming with these guys in person. I think it's the first time we've done this in person, right?
Yeah.
In person.
Yeah.
We hung out, we
absolutely.
talked.
Yeah.
It's so natural.
Yeah,
But thank you, Nomi and Hayden, for hosting. And anybody have anything they want to plug that isn't normally on the show? Any of our guests?
I think we're gonna hang out for a little bit. So you
Yeah,
guys
that's what I was
Oh, you guys
thinking.
can hang out.
Oh,
You guys.
I was.
That's how important we are. Okay. Okay.
I did not get over
Fine.
me.
Don't put up with this crap anymore.
Get out of here. Go spend your money on blackjack.
Go take a shower, Mo. You smell.
Go suck on a disco stick.
I'm tired of putting up with Nomi's crap, anyways. What?
I don't even give you any hell. But
Yeah, you guys
before
in
you-
studio. Let's go around the horn. Everybody shout yourself out.
Thank you, Hayden.
Okay, yeah, we'll
thank
just do
you,
that
thank
real
you, thank you.
quick,
That's what I was
yeah.
gonna say. So, studio, go. What's going on? What's happening in Vegas?
Oh,
I'm gonna wash up. That's not awful. But we're gonna enjoy hanging out tonight. We're gonna enjoy each other's company, hang out, do some stuff, and that's really it. Just gonna take advantage of this moment while we have it. If you ever are lucky enough to come out to Vegas and you stream, come out to the Salty Nerd Studios. They are amazing. This is such an awesome setup. I'm extremely jealous. So
Shout
around the
out to
horn?
the Salty Nerd podcast. Well, guys,
Yep,
have
Salty
fun.
Nerd.
Take pictures, post videos.
you.
We are looking forward to the embarrassment that is going to happen
yay,
all of this week.
embarrassment.
More karaoke,
Yay.
please. More karaoke.
subscribe to Alex
Right,
Baldwin's
sing it.
finger.
Yeah.
Anybody else in
Yeah,
studio
yeah.
got anything?
I'll drop that link.
I'm tired of driving. I need cocktails.
Yeah, let's go, ABF.
Yay, let's go.
We gotta take care of that right now. Let's go.
Right. And I hope they have a good time over there in Vegas.
For sure.
Yes.
And let's not forget that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, except for herpes. That shit comes back with you.
What's to live by, huh? Jeez.
Very famous words to live by.
Yep.
But you know, it's actually something that you really have to take care of because I know there's a lot of people that come back with sicknesses from
Wait,
that.
hold on, UK gamer. Is that true?
Oh my god.
What?
What? True?
Mo made his flight, Atreus didn't. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That is-
unfortunate.
I saw
That's very
Andreas
true.
posted that
Tatum,
on
right?
X earlier. He was like, "I missed my flight. I won't be in Vegas."
Oh no.
Well, that's a
Well, he
bummer.
can still make it though. He just probably won't make it tonight.
He said he will
Said he's
not
gonna
be
miss
there.
the.
He's not gonna change it.
Oh.
He's gonna change his
He's
flight.
just not gonna go now. I guess.
I'm still waiting on a refund for my flight that was booked wrong that I requested a refund for because so something got messed up with the website back whenever we went to Orlando and it booked my flight for like a week before.
Oh.
And so whenever I saw that come through, I was like, hey, can I get like a partial refund for this? And I had to book a second flight. And I'm still waiting on correspondence for that to happen.
Oh my god.
They said,
you
okay,
will
we'll
take some
review the
time.
case. And then they never responded again.
Mm.
I need
So,
to get on the phone and annoy the hell out of him.
yeah.
Yep.
I would
well,
drive up to their nearest like storefront, not storefront, but like airline at the airport and be like, I'm not leaving until I get my refund.
Airports are a 3-hour drive for me, whether I'm at home or at work.
Oh, wow, that sucks.
I know where.
Just call them. Just annoy them.
Yep.
They're not.
Oh,
They're
man.
gonna. It's easy to ignore an email. It's not easy to ignore somebody that's on the phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
You have to be very obnoxious too.
because when I was in corporate, whenever an email came in, I always said to myself, "This is a tomorrow problem." So
Yeah, every day.
Yep, they do that every
But
day.
I've also found out that they will put you on indefinite hold because 3 hours on hold eventually makes you hang up the phone.
Really? Oh,
Yep, they do it on purpose.
Yep, they do.
That's crazy.
I would probably burn a small village if that was me. If I was in your shoes.
I'm considering it. Like if I don't hear something by the end of the month, because then that's given them 2 full months to try to, at least get back to me on something, and they haven't. So, hey, you just got 60 days. All right, now we're gonna go to war. So.
Yeah. Speaking of going to war, this is a war between the females and this. So I kind of want the guy's perspective on this. I want to show this video because I saw this and I was like, you're so delusional that I don't even know how to respond or insult you, because this man here tries on a dress on TLC, says yes to the dress.
Actual fuck.
Yep.
What?
And he states, I look like a man, and that's not what I want.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
I got
you
news
are,
for you.
man.
You're a dude.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
you're a dude.
I thought it was Sam Smith for a
problem-
second.
Yeah, the problem is biologically built in, my guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, my girl.
Yeah.
What I don't
My-
okay. I don't
my
play
them.
games. It's my,
My
guy.
dude.
It's-
Just
No.
a dude. Just say
I
dude.
said my them.
yeah, I don't play those games. Like
No.
I
Yeah.
know people
Listen.
in real life, and I just
Well,
call it what they are.
If you want to hear something more annoying than nails on a chalkboard, this is it. Let me prepare yourself, guys.
no,
This
no,
is
no.
what it is.
Oh gosh.
Okay. So I know these pads can be removed, but right now it's giving me very drag.
Okay.
Very,
Well,
very
you are
like, you
drag,
know,
but yeah,
it
whatever.
doesn't feel like me. I look like a man in a dress, and that's not what I want.
You look like a man
overskirt,
right
I
now.
love.
Yeah,
love.
you can't
I
avoid
think
agree
it's
to you, you
stunning.
do.
I want to see if there's any pantsuit that has a high neck that we can just
So we can check out.
Pantsuit. Yeah,
It's
that's
very
that's
easy
the
to feel
option.
discouraged.
You mean a suit? What you just said?
A
Well, I
suit
can
is
break
not gonna. A suit is not gonna help them.
I hate
at
to
all.
break it to him.
No.
I almost dropped the French cigarette word there for a second. But yeah, he looks like one. But yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
French baguette.
Well,
Yeah.
it's crazy because he is.
Yeah,
He's a guy.
exactly.
He's a guy. He's a guy.
There is no
There's
dress.
no need to sugarcoat it.
There's
Or
no dress on
pantsuit.
this planet that will make him not look like a man. Sorry.
Or pantsuit. He's gonna
Pantsuit.
look like a guy.
He wants to look as good as Hillary Clinton, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he might be able to pull that off. But that's not it.
I mean,
Might
these
get
days,
close.
that's not freaking hot. You know,
It's a wig.
Oh,
Yeah.
what
Oh,
an
let's-
idiot.
Man,
In
baby.
your first try when you're not finding it, especially when you have a very specific vision, but it's actually a good sign. It means that you know exactly what you want, and whether
What?
I
He's
have
very
it or we
good
have
accent,
to
dude.
create it
Oh.
together, it's out there. So let me
It's
do
not.
another scan.
Okay. I knew it was going to be hard. I am panicking so bad right now because I want that fairy tale ending, and I'm scared that I'm not going to get it.
You're not gonna get it,
Ugh.
buddy. You're not gonna get it, buddy.
This
All right,
guy.
nobody
No.
make a joke about the hard thing because I was gonna do it and I decided not to. So
I'm showing
nobody else
a
is
lot of
allowed
restraint
to.
right now.
Mm.
If you do
I
it in
almost
the
said
chat, I'll
something.
ban you.
Yeah. He kind of does comics that. I agree. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Remember that certain Kanye West bit that used to be in South Park?
Yep.
Dayfish?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what he
Sevvy's
is.
dad commented on how Erudite wore a maid dress. Yeah, but he got paid $2,500 to wear a
Yep.
maid dress for one
He
stream.
was.
And he
he
also-
was.
Keep that in mind.
He also knew he looked like a man.
Yeah, he never
Yep.
pretended to be a girl.
dress.
He knew he looked bad. It was so
Yeah.
bad. It was
it
gross.
was awful.
which is part of why it was like a meme, because it was so bad. Like no guy should never do that again.
Yeah,
mean-
men
Ever.
shouldn't wear dresses. It's kind of a like understood thing.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. I
Kind of.
I don't. Yeah, well, this is the thing. Like, society has gotten to this point now where people spent a couple of years feeding into other people's delusions,
Mhm.
and because they're so delusional and they have other people affirming their delusions, it makes them in a worse mental state than they were before the people started affirming their delusions. This kind of shit has to stop.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
We need to. I don't want to be that guy, but we have to bring back bullying for certain things.
Yeah.
We have to, because otherwise this shit will not stop.
To be clear, don't go bully this person.
Exactly. Don't go bully this person.
Don't do that. But I do see what you're saying, Smoo, because there are certain circumstances where things definitely need to be brought up and people need to experience shame, because we have become a shameless society, and it's
Shame should definitely be brought back. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Even if we don't shame people, this is the only mental disorder, and I do say that, might be controversial. It's not a political thing. It's got a DSM-5 classification. So technically, yes, a mental disorder. This is the only mental disorder that we actually affirm and say, yes, this is true. Can you imagine if we did that for people with bulimia or body dysmorphia?
Exactly. And to be fair to what Joe said, I'm not talking about shaming people. I'm talking about people feeling shame.
Yep.
Like, you shouldn't be doing this in public, in the public eye. If this is something you want to do at home in your bedroom, fine, whatever. You're a dude who likes to wear dresses. I don't care. You're not throwing it out in front of everybody. The problem is you go on a national/international TV show and you want everybody to affirm what it is that you just want. Because with a lot of these people, they're not, never mind,
mentally stable.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Just listen, guys, there's something called autogonophilia. And if you don't know what autogonophilia is, look it up, because I think a lot of people that have this mindset are autogonophiliacs. Not all of them, but I think it's very prevalent.
Yep.
And that's all I'll say, because I don't know. There's only a couple GCA members here, and I feel like I need to rein myself in. So
I'm showing restraint right now. I almost said something earlier. I was like, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, no, if we had like Mo and ABF, I would have loved to hear their take on this, because like I said, I like to hear the guys' opinions on things like it's an issue in the way I see it. Because
Weasel,
at first, go ahead, Smoo.
Weasel asks in the chat, what about kilts? Well, I'm the half Scot here, so I'll leave my opinion out of this, but what do you guys
No, kilts are fine because it's a cultural thing. It's been around for literally thousands of years. And so if a guy wants to wear a kilt, that's just a cultural.
But they're also not pretending to be women. That's the thing. Right. Yeah, that's a big difference.
A kilt is a historically male dress, apparel. Sorry, historically male apparel. Just because it looks like modern day female apparel doesn't mean that it's not male.
Yeah, and then also, Smoo, you don't have cat eye eyeliner on.
What's wrong with you, Smoo?
And lipstick.
Yes.
I've never seen a big burly man throwing a log in a kilt that was also wearing eyeliner and lipstick.
Imagine all the hate Smoo would get if he ever put eyeliner on or lipstick.
Listen, when I was
his eyes would pop. Okay.
Listen,
when I was in secondary school, right now.
I kid you not. When I was in secondary school, like sixth grade, I was accused of using what's the
curler
for my
lashes.
Eyelashes.
Yeah.
We got you.
Okay.
I got the same thing whenever I was young. People thought that I was using mascara.
Yeah, I had the same problem. I was like, no, I don't. Stop saying that. It was always brought up, and I was like, what the fuck are you going on about? Just leave it. Please.
Yeah.
I bet you looked really pretty that day, though, if your eyelashes were popping.
Dun, dun, dun.
But what I was going to say is just at first, when the trend, it's still a trend where all the guys got into makeup, and then there's so many male influencers out there, oh yeah, very feminine, and then doing makeup better than me. I was like, okay, I'm not comfortable with this, but I like the way he's showing me how to do that eyeliner. Okay, I'll give it. But when you have delusional men like this, it's not the fairy tale ending I want or the story I want. It's not your story to begin with. It's the girl's story. You're taking from us. You're taking away like what we were growing up on, like dreaming of that dress, of looking beautiful, gorgeous. You're a man.
You're
not gonna look like a woman if you're a man. Sorry.
It used to be so much of a joke that, like, I put on a dress for Halloween one year because it was a joke and it was funny. Because a man wearing a dress was something everyone could laugh at.
It was literally the punchline in Ace Ventura.
Yes, that's true.
White chicks. Well, that was the race swapping and them wearing dresses and stuff. But yeah, it was something to laugh about. Once upon a time, we had a firm hand grounded in reality. And that has long since passed, but it is making a comeback because now we're looking at something like this and we're laughing at it. And the people producing these shows, the people going on these shows, it's becoming a thing where it's like, I mean, look back at MASH, right? MASH, you had I'm blanking on his name right now, but he wore a dress because he was trying to get out of the army. He was trying to show he was a woman in the army. He was saying he was a woman. He was wearing a dress all the time because that was the butt of the joke.
Wasn't it Klinger that did that? I'm sure it was Klinger.
I think so. You might be right.
Maxwell Klinger. It was Maxwell Klinger.
Okay, yeah. So it was a joke at one point, and now it's an attempt at forcing like a new reality, creating this new group of people that sees this as normal. Thank God for people like all of you on this panel and most of you guys in chat that know that is not
most. He said most.
Well, because I can't. We've got some lurkers. I don't know what they think.
That's true.
Hey, we appreciate you hanging out.
We also have
However,
furries.
I thank you guys for holding on to reality. And now that we've got to the point that we're able to speak on social media and say that this is not reality, this is not a real thing. Like I'm glad for all of you that speak out against that.
Yep. Yeah. Well, you just got to call the nonsense out every once in a while, because if we normalize too much nonsense, then nobody. Sometimes things lose meaning. You know, you just got to call the nonsense out just to not normalize it. That's the nicest way of putting it, to be honest.
I'm still like mind blown that in my short lifetime there has been such a shift in society. Like when I was in high school during Spirit Week, we had cross-dressing day.
Yeah.
And that was totally normal and wholesome. And now look at where we are.
It was a joke and everybody did it. I know we had it too. There were like days that the football players would dress up as cheerleaders and the cheerleaders would wear the football pads into class. Like, and it was all a joke. It was just funny.
You can't do a movie like White Chicks these days. Imagine doing White Chicks these days, or you know, other movies like that, like Norbit or Big Mama's House.
Monty Python.
Monty
Python,
if they did that at all in modern day, it would be the same situation that we see with what they're doing with characters in video games, where they were like cross-dressers, and people would just start going, see, they're trans. They've always been trans. And it's like, no, that's not what this is. It's a joke.
You're conditioning them to believe that.
They're trying to, yes. That is what the modern audience is. It's them trying to condition the next age group of people coming up to believe that that is something normal, so that whenever they see it, they just go, oh yeah, that's a totally normal thing. We've seen it all our lives. We can't allow them to do that.
Nope. There has to be a certain amount of pushback to
oh my
a lot
God,
of things.
that's crazy.
Yeah. And then what he says here, Slug Bar says, normalizing degeneracy brings the next degenerate thing closer to normalcy.
Yep.
Well, it's so bizarre. I don't know how people can be like, well, you're seen and you're accepted, and like, you know, there's nothing wrong with you. Why are you enabling them when we you dang well know they need help. They need to talk to someone. They need a psychiatrist, and you're not one. You're letting them say, like, you totally look beautiful in that dress. Dude doesn't look good in the dress. It's a burly man wearing a white ass dress.
It's weird.
And then how Hayden covered it earlier. He's like, well, don't be in the public eye where you're gonna get mocked on it. I'm pretty sure I don't know if anyone's done a follow-up with him, but I'm pretty sure he's cried about it, like, I got humiliated, I've done this. They're gonna cry victim. I was like, well, you set yourself up for it.
You know what this whole situation reminds me of? You remember that chick that tried to sue Lyft or Uber for the Uber XL thing, or being too big for the
that one
Uber
chick. Yeah.
in Detroit who tried to sue Lyft.
Yep.
Yeah, that didn't go well for her, did it?
Nope. Because the truth came out.
Yep. And there's a reason why we have certain options when we order things. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the 400-pounder. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Like, I always order the Uber XL because I travel with 10 to 15 people at a time, not because I'm huge. I mean,
you mean to tell me, Hayden Wayne, you're not a land beached whale behind that behind that VTuber avatar you have?
The real reason for the VTuber has come forth.
I actually weigh 600 pounds, and you guys never see me on camera, so that's
well, that's a lie.
That's not true.
I know that was a joke.
That was a joke.
Every VTuber is a 600-pound man. That's how it goes. All right.
And here's the thing. Now, it was a joke. We all laughed at it. 10 years from now, and be like, "Oh my gosh, that was so great for you to say that, Hayden."
Yeah. Well, so that's the weird thing that happens around VTubers right now, is that everybody thinks every female VTuber is a man.
Is a dude.
Yeah.
No, most of them are not.
But sometimes the voices are very sus.
Well, so the voices can be, and there's that argument about, like, oh, they use voice changers, and there's only been a couple of times that's happened. A lot of them, we know that they like post pictures of themselves, or we know what they were before, and like now a lot of them are actually attractive women, and you know, I am actually closer to the body type of my VTuber than I am not. So. But you know, everyone knows that.
Yeah, we've all seen the Hayden Wayne now on camera.
Yeah.
And you know what's also super attractive that we like to talk about is these super chats that we get in.
Yes.
Yeah, Ronan the Crusader.
Ronan.
For 5. Great stream, y'all. Couldn't make it to Vegas, so enjoy the meetup on my behalf, gang. Hoping next year I can make more than one meetup. Hail. Hail, Ronan. Thank you so much, man.
And then we got this.
Nerd Wars became a YouTube member. He re-upped. I know he was a member before. So
what up, Erwin?
Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Way to represent. Erwin. I love that.
Yeah, shout out, man. Thanks.
Well, this comes to the conclusion of the Vegas edition of the Leighton Gay Show. I want to thank everybody who was here today. Our other half of GCA crews in Vegas. I hope they have a good and safe time over there. And I really want to see those photos and those videos. I want to see some embarrassments hanging out. But
hey, Mo, if you're listening, I want to hear that full rendition of Run to the Hills, okay?
I kind of want to hear that too. So someone, if they're in Vegas and you're watching this, please record that if Mo does that. And also shout out to our amazing chat here tonight. It's been a real slice. Thank you for the comments, everybody. You guys made good points, and happy birthday to UK Gamer. We could not be GCA without you.
Yeah. Happy birthday, UK Gamer. And you guys were all awesome. You guys decided to come hang out with us tonight, and it's an honor to have you guys every time.
It means a lot that 65 of you are still hanging out with us tonight post our other half leaving, and you know, it makes us feel like we're loved and we're liked. Thank you so much. Even though we talked about a dude being in dress, but I can say one thing about a guy not being addressed. Hayden Wayne, where can we find you after the show?
Yeah, I'm Hayden Wayne 75 on X and on YouTube, and I'm slowly making my way back to YouTube. It's just been between the streams on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm on with ABF on Monday. I'm on with Erwin on Tuesday nights, and then I'm here every Wednesday. It's hard for me to carve out the time with my job require me to be here for several weeks at a time to, make videos in the way that I used to. But I am working on making my way back, and I'm always happy to be here hanging out. And you know what? Joe, Smooth, Sevvy, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah.
No problem, man.
Thanks, man.
I completely forgot to give a shout out to our special guests who decided to cut or just joyfully joined us tonight. And, it means a lot to us that you guys want to hang out with us. You could have done something better, but instead you're hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Slumming it, as it were.
Definitely. Smooth the DJ, what's going on in your world?
Well, originally I was supposed to do a Devil May Cry review around this time right now, but then I changed my mind and thought, like, you know what? Might as well help out my friends, So tomorrow at noon Eastern time, I'm going to be doing my Devil May Cry Netflix series review. Like I teased earlier, these are my notes. Those are just 3 episodes. So, yeah, this is going to be a long one. After that review, I'm going to play some Party Animals to beat the crap out of Tombi and my other friends. And, yeah, another stream on Saturday. Sunday. Probably Final Fantasy 14 and some Stellar Blade. And yeah, you can usually find me on Moonskull in the chat. Also in other people's streams like Gary or X-Ray Girl or wherever I may be. Whoever entrusts me with a trusty blue wrench. But yeah, you can always find me somewhere. Allegedly, I don't sleep, so that checks out.
What time is it there now?
It is getting close to 3 a.m.
Okay,
right now.
Yep, thought so. Smooth doesn't sleep, guys.
Yep.
He's
or
always...
I run on very little sleep. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, our favorite nocturnal German. We hope you did get rest though. But you know who never needs rest? Because this person is always wicked and there's no rest for the wicked, and that is Sevvy. What do you have going on coming up?
Let's see. Well, I will be in Wednesday After Dark right after this. Today, you can usually find me at my gaming channel, which is Sevvy Love, which I just started streaming to it last week. So please join and sub. I think I'm at. I think I was like at 150 something subs.
You're getting there.
Yeah, I'm getting there slowly but surely. So make sure to give me a follow. And my other YouTube channel, Legally Sevvy. So make sure to give that one a follow as well. I'm working on getting watch hours for those. Yeah, I mean, just everything is in my link tree. That's basically it.
There you go, guys. And Nagranol is dropping the hot links for everybody. And speaking who's a hot link, Nagranol, what's going on in your world?
These transitions. Oh my god.
Yeah, worst segue ever. But yeah, I'm up to much. I might do a stream after this on one of my gaming channels, Nagranol, YouTube and Kick. Other than that, I don't know. I'll be here next week. I'll be on Alec Baldwin's Fingers channel on Monday again. And thank you guys for coming on, helping us run the stream while everyone else is in Vegas. Thank you, Chad. I just noticed that we passed 1,200 subs tonight. So
yo, let's go.
Let's go.
Pop the bubbly because it's something to excite. It's something to celebrate about. And something to celebrate. We got someone who is back into the streaming world. We got Joe Rosie. Can you tell us what's going on in your neck of the woods, Joe?
Absolutely. I have rekindled my streaming after being gone for a little bit of a hiatus. So I'm going to be playing some Elden Ring this weekend. And I'm also doing a weekend edition of Wing Wednesdays. We call them Wing Weekends over on X-Wing 5's channel. Go catch us there on Saturday, I think around midday.
Shout X-Wing.
Yeah.
Ooh. I can't wait to see that because weekends work better for me to watch your guys' show.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking forward to that. As for me, guys, I'm Nomi Without You, one of the panelists here on the GCA with my other two panelists here, and then some special guests. Just follow me on X on what I'll be doing next. I will definitely be streaming. I might be streaming later after this tonight. I want to say yes, but just watch me on X if I do. Tweak that out. Saturdays are me playing Split Fiction with Erudite on Moonskull, and then I'm on Moonskull again on Mondays for Call of Cthulhu, and here and there, and also always here on Wednesdays. That's where you can find me. But for the rest of the GCA crew who are out having fun, probably double fisting those drinks because they're already not even 2 hours into the city, and they probably want to get wasted. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. It's been a real one. We hope you guys come back next week and we can see you guys again soon. I hope you guys have a good night. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Everyone has AIDS. My grandma and my dog go blue.
We'll do it live.
This really triggers me.
Let them fight.
Say hello to my little friend. Wild card, bitches!
Yeah, I'm working on it. I just gotta backdoor the phone system.
Right there, yo, Pop. I speak at the English.
Once I got in there, I hooked up with Jeremy.
That means you're gay.
I just want this.
I almost used the F word.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
What's happening, hot stuff?
I could go really hard into this stuff.
Take the pants off. Take your pants off.
I'm looking at porn.
Oh, no more Yankee, my wanky.